Fanatical Massholes show is sponsored by Big Belly Barbecue. If you're looking to get a plate or looking to try something different, hit up Timothy Brunfield, Timothy D. Brunfield on Facebook, Fat Boy the Chef on Instagram. Big Belly Barbecue is the name of his company. He specializes in fried lobster tail, lobster mac and cheese, Cajun wings, the works, etc., etc. He has all that and more. Like I said, if you're looking to get catered, he'll take care of you. You will not be disappointed. Big Belly Barbecue is the name of his company. Fat Boy the Chef on Instagram. Timothy D. Brunfield on Facebook. Check them out. All right, let's get to the show.
Platinum. Guess what? We coming back at you. Sure will.
Wakil
We ain't playing no game. We gonna cross that finish line, y'all.
I'm across the finish line. Finish line. I'm across the finish line. Finish line. I'm across the finish line. Finish line. I'ma go out there, get mine. As a motherfucking beat drop.
Tell you something now. I'm here. Ain't nowhere for hell that I'ma stop. I'ma set it on fire on every block. As I'm pippin' in my fast car. I'm racing like, whoa, I like this NASCAR. But I don't care who don't like it.
Good afternoon. It is the Fanatical Massholes show. Best sports podcast going, where we give you our unedited, unfiltered, unapologetic opinions that goes on in the sports world today. I got my guys with me as usual. Insane Lex, Wakil, it's your boy Mizzo. What's going on, fellas?
What's the word, bro? How you been?
Good, man. Everything good, you know. It was nice, man. It was like in the almost 80s from Thursday to Friday. Basically all damn week, and then it kind of cooled off. It's like 50 today. But,
Right.
you know, spring is here. You know what I'm saying? About to get to May. I'm trying to start throwing on that grill regularly. So that's good. It's all love. All right, today, you know what we're doing today, y'all. We recapping the draft, how we feel about our teams, and then I'm gonna get into some picks that went under the radar. And you know, obviously we gotta talk about the biggest storyline coming out of the draft, which is Shedeur Sanders. We're gonna get into that. What the hell happened there? That's crazy. We're gonna talk a little bit about Shannon Sharpe, man, his issues that's going on right now. You know, again, we not wishing nothing that bad on a brother. We just talking about it because it's out there. You know what I mean? It wasn't out there with me prying and trying to find it. It ain't my damn business. But it's out there, so we're going to speak on it. As always, like, subscribe, share, comment, support the movement. All right, fellas, here we go. Wakil, back up. You see, there you go. So the draft happened. It's over with. 3 days done. We know the biggest storyline. You know what I mean? You know what happened. It wasn't really chalk. You know, Cam Ward goes first. I mean, yeah, Travis Hunter goes second, but he got traded. You know, the Jacksonville Jaguars jumped up and traded for him. And then I don't know what the Cleveland Browns think. I mean, getting Mason Graham, cool, but you could have stayed where you at and grabbed Abdul Carter for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Abdul Carter goes to the Giants. Patriots get Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU. You know what I mean? Again, Ashton Genty, running back, Boise State, he goes to the Raiders. Amar Membao, offensive tackle from Missouri, goes to the Jets. Ted McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona, goes to the Panthers. Calvin Banks Jr. goes to the Texas offensive tackle from Texas, goes to the Saints. And then Colston Loveland, rounding out the top 10 tight end, goes to, from Michigan, goes to the Bears. I mean, there's obviously some other picks in there that were great. But, you know, let's start with Lex, man. How do you feel about your team's draft?
I mean, I feel pretty good. Some of these stars, I mean, some of this young talent I have heard of, but then some I had to go look up. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say, first off, for round number one, you know what I'm saying, my Ravens got Malachi Starks, a safety from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? His stats was looking pretty good.
Good pick.
Who else we got? Mike Green, edge from Marshall. I mean, they linebackers is getting pretty old right now. And I think What's only got Odafe Owe only got like 1 year left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Kyle Van Noy is about 34 years old right now. You know, with that kind of position, they're going to need to look towards the future. So I like that Mike Green pick. Emory Jones Jr., offensive lineman, LSU.
Yeah.
I like that pick. Ted I. Buchanan, linebacker, California. Carson Vincent, offensive tackle, Alabama A&M. Bilal Cone, cornerback, Western Michigan. Tyler Luke, kicker from Arizona. Yo,
why you think they drafted the kicker though? Why they drafted the kicker? Why they drafted the kicker?
A little bit of history. Note: the Ravens just drafted a kicker for the first time in a 30-year history, which creates more uncertainty about Justin Tucker's future. You know what I mean?
Tucker might be out of there.
Yeah. And then he got that.
They're gonna wait though. They're gonna wait. Yeah, they're gonna wait to see what happens with him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
it's definitely insurance policy for sure.
Right. I'm figuring they was in the offices like, yo, we probably gonna need somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just get this out the way. Then you got LeJontay Wester, wide receiver out of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 9.7 yard average using a total of 4 different players. So I mean, he's probably gonna add a little something. Aeneas Pebbles, defensive lineman, Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Robert Longerbeam, cornerback, Rutgers. Garrett Dillinger, guard, LSU. I'm not really mad at they picks. You know what I mean? We're just going to have to see how it go out. You know what I mean? But I do like that Malachi Stark one, though. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they really trying to get their defense back on point, which they really do.
You know what? I'm looking, right? And I like the LeJontay Wester. Okay, but his teammate, Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado, I think is better. No disrespect to the kid. They made it. But he was there, and they drafted LeJontay before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jimmy Horn went to the Carolina Panthers. If I'm the Ravens, I would have went. If I'm a fan, I would have wanted them to grab. That's the case because they went in the same round. Jimmy Horn went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks later, 6 picks later. I would have wanted them to get Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn's a blazer. He's a slot guy. He's a good route runner. Jimmy Horn Jr. is polished, man. I like that kid from Colorado. The young man, I should say. Let me try to do that. I'm saying, like, I would have wanted that. I would have wanted the Ravens. If I'm a fan, I would have wanted them to grab. Might as well have grabbed him. You know what I'm saying? They both fell in the 6th round, but okay.
But at the Shrine Bowl, his acceleration was like 6.2 yards per second square, making him the second fastest on the offense since the Shrine Bowl.
Wester, you talking about?
Huh?
Wester, you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a blazer. Nah, the kid's a blazer.
No, they might have seen something else besides what they seen from the other guy. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Horn's nice, man. I think Jimmy Horn's. Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, I think that's, you know what I'm saying. But over and all, I'm good with the Ravens picks. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they trying to improve their defense a little bit more and added a couple more.
Yes.
1 or 2 more stars for the offense. So let's see where it goes.
Second year under Zach Orr, you know what I'm saying? Like the defensive coordinator should be better. Mike Green, man, he just had a lot of off-field issues. Some off-field issues. He got, he's kind of checkered, so but Mike Green is nice. You know what I mean? Like I like that pick. I really like that pick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, had he not had the issues, he wouldn't have fell to this. He wouldn't have been in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I obviously like the Malachi Starks pick. That's a damn good pick. I love Malachi Starks from Georgia is nice. Yes. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he fell to 27 is crazy. He should have been better than that. You know what I mean? But
I mean, I think about it when I see all the jibber jabber about who goes first or who goes in the 1st round or this and that. We can all agree we've seen some multi-legend superstars that went even lesser in a draft.
For sure.
Ones who got picked in the first pick.
For sure. I like the kid Jedi Barron. You know what I mean? He got drafted by the Broncos at 20. I like the pick. Right. But me personally, I watch both teams. I watch football, you know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously watch Georgia a little bit more. My wife's a Georgia fan, but I would have taken Malachi Starks. You know what I mean? Right. I like Malachi Starks better, but yeah, they look good for the Ravens. Well, you know what I mean? Good for the Ravens. I like it. You know what I mean? Wakil, my boy. The Bears. What did the Bears do?
Bears. Hey, look, the picks that we got, I kind of like them.
He about to start filibustering. He about to start saying some stuff. He about to start talking crazy. No,
I'm not. But I'm gonna say this: the Loveland, Colson Loveland from Michigan.
Yeah.
At first, I was like,
"Oh, you wasn't happy in the chat. You wasn't happy in the chat when we was talking."
I want to ask some Gentry, but they didn't trade up for him, so I understood it when I had to think about it. But I like that pick. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stop you before you go. You got to look at what I mean. Jacksonville gave up a couple first rounders to get up to 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying the Bears would have to give that much up, but the Bears would have to give up at least the first round and probably a second to get the 6th to pick Ashton Genty. Maybe they felt like it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? And you got good running backs. You know what I mean? You improved the offensive line. They drafted a good old lineman, Ozzie Trapolo, you know what I mean, from Boston College. And you already grabbed the offensive lineman. So, and then Luke Newman from Michigan State. So, I mean, I'm gonna let you go. That's your team. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think they really needed Ashton Genty. That just would have been cherry on. If they did get Ashton Genty, that just would have been like cherry on top, home run. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? More expectations on the Bears. But go ahead.
I mean, okay, so I hear what you're saying. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, that just let me know he not done with DeAndre Swift. You know, like people were speculating, you know, because that's what everybody was speculating. Like we get Genty or whatever, DeAndre Swift was going to be out of the offense, and to me, DeAndre Swift fit that offense more than Genty. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a little bit,
right. I got you. Go ahead.
He's a little bit more versatile. You know what I'm saying? He can catch the ball out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? And he can run between the tackles. But also, too, you could give him a jet sweep and he'll take it to the house. He did that last year.
You don't think Ashton Genty can?
I think that he can, but I mean, we already got that with Swift.
I got you. I got you.
So
we agree now. We hear what I'm saying now. Because that's basically what I was saying. We agree. You didn't really necessarily need Ashton Genty, even though you wanted him.
No, I wanted him. That would have been a splash.
I'm saying you didn't need him, though, necessarily.
But we didn't need him necessarily.
All right, go ahead.
Nah, you good. And then, to my surprise, we got Rupert Burton III. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one, man. I like that. I like that young man.
Yeah, that was a hell of a
pause.
Yeah, knowing that we won't have Keenan Allen. I don't think Keenan Allen is coming back.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Yeah, so then that'll mix in with DJ Moore, and I think they can get prepared for the future because once that contract is up for DJ Moore, you at least got the young guys with and with Burton or whatever. You know, that probably grow up with Caleb in that offense. You know what I'm saying? So I like that pick. And then we got back into the trenches. We got an offensive tackle, Ozzie Trapolo from Boston College. I like that pick. You know what I'm saying? Get more depth in offensive tackle. I mean, O-line. And then we got a defensive tackle, Shamar Turner. I like that pick because we do need another edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Ruben, I can't pronounce his bro name. I don't want to butcher it. The linebacker from Maryland. I like that pick.
Ruben Hippolyte.
Yeah. I like that pick too. More depth on the defense because that was our issue too. I don't think we had one decent linebacker to me.
Yeah.
But nothing else. I mean, we can always use another cornerback. So we got Ray Frazier. I like that pick. That was decent. And then another offensive guard, Luke Newman. And then we did get a running back in Kyle. I can't.
Kyle Monin guy. Rutgers running back. There he goes.
So yeah, I think it didn't work out. I like our picks. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to the season.
Got you. Stay yourself still, bro. Cause you be losing you. But all right, me now. I'll get to my team before I get to other things and other picks. I like the Josh Connolly pick. First, I was kind of like you, like, dang, Josh Connolly, no defense. You know what I mean? You didn't go edge and nobody, but okay. You got to protect Jaden Daniels. I got it. You got to protect Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. You know, adding him to that line, obviously with Laramie Tunzel, it's going to help. Trey Amos, definitely love the pick. Cornerback from Ole Miss, Trey Amos, Mike Sanders still, Marshawn Lattimore, all right. Jalen Lane, he's a blazer. He's a good special teams guy. Punt returns, kickoff, there's your guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have Deebo Samuel on there. You know what I mean? Or whoever, somebody else who's playing that. They don't have. They're not going to play special teams now. That's your guy right there. Jalen Lane will be the special teams guy. Kane Madrano, UCLA linebacker. I like it. listen, man, that was out there. I'm cool with it, but I mean, you might have could have had somebody better, but it's all right. You know what I mean? I would have wanted him to get something at safety, man. Like I would have minded Xavier Watts, even though he went to Atlanta. That could have been something. That could have been a good pick for them. But if you're going later in the rounds, Cody Simon from Arizona would have been good. Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame, I liked him. Could have, you might have, would. I mean, they might have should have took a flyer on him. Boy, that was 4th round. They drafted Kane Madrano in the 6th round. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, overall, I'm cool with their draft. It's not bad. And then they got Jacory Krosky Merritt, running back from Arizona, big physical running back, got some speed, gets in open field, he breaks away, he can be gone. You know what I mean? So I like that pick as well to kind of spell obviously for Brian Robinson change of pace. You know, so and they still got McNichols. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool totally with what, no, not McNichols. They still got, I think, Austin Eckler. So I'm cool with all that. You know what I mean? But I just wish they would have had, I don't know, man. We need the Commanders, I should say. They need an edge rusher. Like they need somebody that can get to the passer. You know what I mean? That we know can get there. Like I'm trying to see what's up. I'm still looking at what's up with Trey Hendrickson. Like, man, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen with that?
Didn't he retire? Oh, he on the verge of retiring.
He's on the Bengals. Nah, he's not on the verge of retiring. He wants a deal. They didn't give him one. He's gonna be playing on the final year of his deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at. Now, before we get to the other picks, let's get to the elephant, the biggest story that happened. We seen what happened. Draft day, first night, Thursday night. Shedeur don't go. You know, we thought maybe the Giants would take him. Giants didn't take him at 3. Obviously, like I said, they got Abdul Carter. Then they traded back into the round 1, and everybody thought, okay, this is gonna be the Shedeur pick. They draft Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. Now, the reasons why Jackson Dart is a little bit mobile, bigger arm. He had 4,200 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks, 69% completion, 10-3 in the SEC, as opposed to Shedeur Sanders going 9-4 in the Big 12, better conference. You know what I'm saying? Most of them guys are in the NFL. Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Obviously, we could talk the off-field stuff that they said. I read a story where they said that the last meeting that the Giants had with Brian Daboll had with Shedeur Sanders, he wasn't prepared. He asked him something about offense or whatever. He wasn't ready for it. When he called him out on it, or like a scheme or whatever, you know what I mean? Diagnose a play. He asked him about it. Shedeur wasn't ready. And when he got called out on it, Shedeur got more defensive. And you know what I mean? It kind of, you know what I mean? Made the interview even worse. So that's why they decided to go with Jackson Dart. I don't know how true that is, because that's just stories. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? And all these anonymous GMs talking crazy about him, put your name on it then, if that's the case. You know what I mean? But, for Shedeur, though, to get picked after Tyler Shough, I like Tyler Shough. He's cool. You know what I mean? But I just, man, I wouldn't have picked. If I'm New Orleans, I would have probably took Shedeur Sanders. What is it? You know what I mean? He only threw for 3,100 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks in the ACC. Okay, he goes before Shedeur Sanders. Then Dylan Gabriel goes before Shedeur Sanders. To the Browns. The Browns, and again, the Browns picked 2 quarterbacks. I don't even know what the Browns are doing there. Why you pick 2 quarterbacks? You pick Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round, and then you pick Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. But Dylan Gabriel in the Big 10, 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 6 picks. I like Dylan Gabriel, personally, me as a quarterback. I like him. I think he's going to be good. And they made it to the college football playoff. So I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to smear Shedeur or talk about him, just simply say, man, we don't think he's good. All this, he's not prepared, he's late, or he's arrogant. Just say we don't think he's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's all you gotta say. You know what I mean?
Or they think he's good enough and they don't want the arrogance.
What's wrong with being arrogant? It's a new age. All these kids are arrogant. It's a new day.
Really, all of them really are, though, man.
It's a new day. It's a new day.
I used to say he was the franchise when he was playing. You know what I'm saying? So,
but he was, though.
But at the same time, though, it's like, be a little bit more humble. But we got to think, though, every football season, how many of these young guys is either getting too injured or, you know what I'm saying, they're prone. It's a different breed out here. They could be arrogant, but we want to see what they can do out on the field. So I get that part. You know what I mean? They might just be like he could be hyped, but is only going to be the judge of him on how much work he going to put in.
Yeah, I get him not being a first round. I mean, I don't get it. Okay, he's not a first round pick. Okay, but sliding all the way to the 5th round is crazy. What nobody else talks about too is how Quinn Ewers from Texas slid to the 7th round, going to Miami. That's a good pick. That's a good pick for them. I like Quinn Ewers. You know what I'm saying? That boy can play. Played hurt, played in. He was always there. Like, man, come on, man. 3,400 yards, 31 touchdowns. Now he threw 12 picks. You know what I mean? So that's, and again, in the SEC. But I think Quinn Ewers is a gamer, man. Put him. He's with Mike McDaniel. They might have their franchise quarterback if they let go of Tua Tagovailoa. So I like that pick. I like that pick a lot, and I like what that Miami did with Ollie Gordon. Remember, we talked about him. I like Ollie Gordon, running back from Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
He fell in the draft because he had an off year. He had the DUI and all that. Like, look, Ollie Gordon is nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rocking with that kid. So I'm glad he got picked up by the Dolphins. That's gonna help. You know what I mean? I mean, they got running backs crazy. The running backs room is crazy anyway, but I like that pick for the Dolphins. But you're just back to Shedeur, like, I don't know why you fell that far. You know what I'm saying? I just think again, you smeared that kid. If it's because of Dion, whatever it is, this is the disservice what you did to him, man, and that's wrong. But at the end of the day, now he's got his chance. You got drafted. You know what I mean? Go out there and ball. When you get your chance, go out there and handle your business, and this all be and everybody's gonna be like, remember what you did. Remember how you passed me up 5 times. I got you. You know what I mean? I got you. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? What y'all think though? How y'all feel about him like falling? And if you're a Browns fan, are you asking yourself, why did we draft 2 quarterbacks? Like, why did we do that?
That's just showing to me they for sure, like, they needed an insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? If they want to bet it on that quarterback, if that don't work, they got another one to throw it. But at the same time, though, man, I kind of look at the draft in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Even though his name, I mean, there's legends who got picked late. I don't think you can determine how the player is going to be depending on when they get picked. We all gonna see it when it's on the field. So no matter if he got picked number 1 or number 2, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, these guys can start the season and then they don't be what they're supposed to be. So I'm just ready for the season to start. Congratulations to all the men that made it. I mean, so
I'm not ready. Let the summer come first, man.
Let the summer. Yeah,
let's summer man.
We still got to get through baseball.
For real, it's.
Well, that's a whole nother subject. But as far as like football, though,
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying I get it, but let's. Like, it's been too cold. It's a cold winter, man. I need to enjoy a little bit of summer, man. But yeah, I feel you. So my teams that I think had a good draft. I like what the Falcons did. You know what I mean? Jalen Walker, edge rusher, linebacker. I'm sorry, from Georgia, edge rusher James Pierce. He fell. He would have been a higher pick, but obviously they said he had some issues. Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame. Billy Bowman, safety, and offensive tackle Jack Nelson. I like what they did with the 6 picks that they had. I really do. So the Falcons had a good draft to me. Looking at it, I like what the Bears did. I like kind of what the Cowboys did a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. The offensive tackle Tyler Booker. Excuse me. Edge rusher Donovan Azaraku from Boston College. That's a good one. And I like the Phil Maffa pick from Clemson. Phil Maffa's nice, boy. He is nice. 7th round pick. He fell all the way to the 7th round. I don't get why. They just devalued running backs. But Phil Maffa's going to show you. Phil Maffa's like that. So that they're going to have themselves a good running game to go, you know what I mean, to rebuild that built offensive line. And obviously, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, yeah. Cowboys might not be Cowboys. I think they're going to be all right. They might win like 7-8 games, maybe even 9. I'm just keeping it real.
You're giving them too much.
I'm keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real. I could be lying. I could be gassing them. Maybe it's it's reverse psychology. You know what I'm saying? I want to gas them up. Right. Yeah, Cowboys fans, get right.
To all you Cowboy fans that's watching,
that was a bold statement. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but maybe I'm reverse psychology, so they when they fall, I can be like, yeah, because obviously they got to play my Commanders twice, so you know how that is. I'm saying, right. So, like I said, I don't get what the Browns is doing. So if I got to pick a team, so what were you doing? I don't get what the Browns are doing. I like the pick of Mason Graham. That was a pretty, I like the Mason Graham pick, but I feel like if you should have just stayed there and drafted Abdul Carter. Me and Mark was talking about that in the chat. Carson Schwarzenegger, I like the linebacker from UCLA. I like Quinshon Judkins, running back from Ohio State. Good picks, very good picks. You know what I mean? Because Nick Chubb's probably leaving, but then again, you draft another running back, Dylan Sampson. So you basically drafted 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs. Like,
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? I don't know.
Try out.
Yeah, maybe. Sneaky too. What I do like, I forgot my last like that I like. Carolina Panthers. I like Ted McMillan, Nick Skirton, edge rusher for Texas A&M, Princely, Amon Million from Ole Miss, edge rusher, Trevor Etienne, running back from Georgia, Lathan Ransom, safety from Ohio State, Cam Jackson, and again, as I said, Jimmy Horn Jr., wide receiver from Colorado. I like what the Panthers did. I like what they did. But yeah, Browns, I don't know what they were doing there, man. Let's look at the Steelers, man. Steelers, Derek Harmon, I like that pick. Will Howard, quarterback from Ohio State. Casey Burner, Dante Kent, cornerback from Central Michigan. Casey Burner is a linebacker from Washington. Jack Sawyer, edge rush from Ohio State. Okay. Caleb Johnson, running back from Iowa. I don't know, man. You should have drafted a quarterback to me. A higher quarterback, not Will Johnson. I like Will Johnson, but nah, man. I don't get it. Philly went all defense. Philly went all defense. No, I'm sorry. They drafted 1 offensive tackle. In the 6th round. Ken Williams.
Hey, they trying to re-up that championship.
Now, I definitely like Jahad Campbell. Jahad Campbble, Alabama, that pick. Andrew Mabuka. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they did all right. You know what I mean? So another Georgia, they drafted what? How many? They drafted another Georgia player, Shmael Mondon Jr. You know what I mean? So I like that as well, man. Overall, yeah, I'm cool with my team. Cool what they did.
Cool with my team too.
Good with mine.
Yeah, again, the Shedeur thing is crazy. That's the only thing that's kind of like, man, why did he fall so far? You know what I mean? It's got to be. Just say he's not that good. That's all. You know what I mean? If that's really it, but if it's really not it, and you just blackballed him, pause, I should say, or just did this, did this to humble him. You know what I mean? If you did this to humble the dude, that's a better word. To humble him, that might not work. You know what I mean? Because he could come back and be a great player. I think he's going to be a good player for 10 years. I think he's going to be a franchise quarterback. Again, we talked about this. I don't think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He ain't going to go down as one of the greats, but he's going to be a solid 10-year starter and probably get him to a couple playoffs. He could probably get you, put the right pieces around him. He can get you to the Super Bowl, like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield might go to Hall of Fame, but he might not. Most likely he's not, but he's the number 1 pick. But Baker Mayfield, they put him in the right spot, put pieces around him. And Baker Mayfield, look what Baker Mayfield is doing right now in Tampa. He's out here shining. You know what I mean? So, right organization would have helped. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Cleveland's the right organization for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I think he's gonna make him better though. He's got to get his opportunity. He does get his opportunity to shine. He's gonna do his thing. All right. Before we get out of here, let's talk some serious stuff, man. Shannon Sharpe. I like Shannon Sharpe, man. I boy Shannon Sharpe. You never thought this was gonna happen. You know what the funny thing is? It's always when one of these guys are about to sign something big. The big bag was coming. Bam, here comes the allegation.
Yeah.
Word is he was about to sign a nice contract with the network. I forgot the name of the network. I apologize. You know what I mean? Like that son does all the podcast, whatever, it's gonna be like the podcast and everything. And now this comes out. Allegations from an ex-girlfriend, Gabby Zuniga, basically saying, he sexually assaulted her during their relationship. There's some tapes of obviously or whatever messages where she sent him like, look, about him, anal, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't want it. She told him he was a condom or whatever the case is. Then obviously he's got some tapes that come out not tapes, text messages with her saying, put a big black baby in me and all that other stuff. Like, you know what I mean? And, and then, and then obviously what makes him look bad is he tried to settle for $10 million. She got the audio of him saying, I'm gonna choke you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna choke the ish out you next time I see you. You know what I mean? If you say that again, I don't know if he said that literally. I'm not trying to make it stick up for him, or you know what I mean. I don't think he meant it literally, but you can't say that in these day and age. Not nowadays, you cannot say stuff like that. But then there's a second girlfriend that nobody talked about, Michelle Evans, who says he raped her in 2010, and she filed a lawsuit in 2013. She had a restraining order and all that other stuff. Really, the bigger thing is the girl Gabby's like 19, 20. He's like 55. And like that's more what everybody's talking about. Like, why you dating some girl that's like 20? I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? She's legal. I wouldn't do it, but she's legal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That should be kind of like if you ask me, feet to fire, man to man, yeah. I think there should be at least like a 10-year gap. There shouldn't be no 30 years and 40 years. Nah, there's no way you should be dating somebody 40 years younger than you, or 40 years older than you, 30 years older than you, 20 years older than you.
He from the South.
I mean, yeah. I
hear what you said, Wakil.
He from the South, though, bro. I mean, you got younger women that marry older men like that.
That's what I was gonna say. He from the South, so maybe he trying to go back into them days. I guess
35 years older.
But pretty much though, you got like that was just a piece of ass that he would pay for when he wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that? That was his girlfriend, I thought. Is it Gabby Zuniga?
I don't know about that girlfriend part. That was just a bitch he was fucking. I don't know about that girlfriend part.
She said it. She said it. He said it.
He actually claimed her as a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Man, he's stupid as hell. Ain't no fucking girlfriend.
He stepped away from ESPN. I don't know if he's gonna get his pockets, but man, listen, you know what I mean? Like now his lawyer argues that he gave her he was offered the $10 million to settle because he didn't want, not because he was guilty, but because he didn't want his bedroom preferences to get out in the public, I should say.
Oh man, don't tell me like his ass played with.
Man, that's not what that was. Let's get
that embarrassed, bro.
No, I don't think that's it. I think they said he's in like come on, like they said he was in like the BDSM or something like that. That's
bro. Yeah, he's spicy, bro. they saying unspicy.
I ain't saying it. I mean, I think his lawyer maybe saying it.
But why would you be embarrassed about that? I mean, that's some shit that you doing. But no, see, he got some other shit going on, bro.
Yeah, he got some dark. He got some ghosts in the closet.
He got dark shit in the closet. Unk might be out here spicy, bro.
Again, either way, I wouldn't offer $10 million. I'm not giving her nothing. Just go, like, you know what I mean. Like that makes you look like you did something. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's going on.
I wouldn't have offered her no $10 million, but like I said, he should have been more discreet with that. It seemed like he was slipping with that, or actually put some trust in her, his so-called girlfriend. Knowing a little chick at that age, she was gonna run and get the bag anyway. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
how you record?
Fuck this up.
Like if they together, how you or whatever going through something? How you recording somebody when you supposed to be together? Like you know what I mean? Like
they never was together. If I gotta record anything from somebody I'm dealing with, we not together. You just for the time being.
For sure. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
That's funny.
I'll tell you what, these athletes better start getting like a recording detector knowing when they record you. You better know when. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
These girls sign a consent form before anything go down. They got to sign a form before anything go.
Wow.
Because you signed a consent form, right?
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow. That got a little too crazy. All right. Man. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? More comes out. You know, again, we don't really like to get nobody business, but it's out there. So we're going to speak on it. He's a sports figure, so we got to talk about it. But, yeah. It's getting real. Getting real out here. All right, Joe, we about to get out of here. Lakers up. Let's see. I ain't got the score yet. Lakers tied up 2-2. Or we going back 3-1. LA. Minnesota up 3-1.
Man, if the Lakers don't tie this up, yeah, it's a wrap for them too.
I'm saying, but do they win today? Do they make it 2-2?
They should win. No, they should win. But if they don't, yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, but they should win today.
Detroit's down 3-1 going back to New York on Tuesday night. Yeah, that's about it for them. Good season. You know what I mean? I had them in the playoffs. He did that, but yeah, Nick's gonna wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? And then
Go ahead, Buck. Tie it up tonight.
Bucks got to
Bucks
tie it
finna
up
lose
tonight.
Bucks finna lose tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and be up 3-1 going back to Indy.
Who else plays tonight? I think Celtics Magic, right? Celtics Magic play tonight. Celtics Magic play tonight.
I'm surprised they let them get a game, but for the cause, I guess.
They letting them play physical, man. Like them that series and the Knicks series, like they out there. They banging, man. They out there playing. They letting them play. They letting them play. That end of the Knicks game, man, that was a foul, man. Josh Hart fouled him. He got him up in the air, he hit him. You know what I mean? But they wasn't calling it all game. So they wasn't gonna call it now. You know what I'm saying? So gotta go with it, man. If they ain't call it all game, you ain't gonna get that call. You know what I mean? And that's it. Lakers up 3.5 though. What's up?
And to the baby Rockets, I think it's over for them too.
Nah, we got one more game. Email get him right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's been a great show. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Love y'all. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, support. We'll see y'all next weekend. Enjoy the playoff games. Enjoy some baseball, sports, everything, you know what I mean? Y'all keep it cool. Vincent, Lex, Wakil, boy Mizzo. Y'all here, man. Peace and blessings. Easy, easy.
I'ma cross the finish line. I'ma go out there, get mine. As a motherfucking beat drop.
Tell you something now, I'm hip hop. Ain't nowhere for hell that I'ma stop. I'ma set it on fire on every block. As I'm pippin' in my fast car. I'm racing like, whoa, I like this now.